Hey guys, it's May May and my trusty sidekick.
Oh, Vinny's here. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Show. We are excited to have you with us tonight. Hope you've had a great day today. If you are new here, we are May May Made It. Everything that you see in the show tonight can be purchased in our online craft store at www.maymaymadeit. Tamitha, our link queen and the administrator, is here tonight to make sure you behave and that we have a good time together.
She's actually producing tonight.
And she's in the background producing because in case we have a hiccup, and me saying you better behave might be a hiccup. But anyway,
you might get blocked.
I might get blocked. But we're glad you're here with us tonight, and we're going to have a good time, good craft tonight, some products to show you, some information to talk about, things you don't want to miss out on. So we're hoping we'll have a great show tonight. Hope you like the new backgrounds behind May. She's been working very diligently to make it look pretty. And look what she did behind my head. Don't that look good? Looks good. Got a little representation of Vinny all over the place. Got a picture of my boys right there. Got a reminder to you, Vinny the video. And we got to love some Titleist golf over there. And most importantly, we got to love Jesus. There's the cross. So some good stuff there for you to see and to enjoy, and we're excited. Hopefully, we're going to have a great show tonight if everything goes as planned. May, get us started. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and Vinny the video. We need you to like us as much as you can. We appreciate it. Now you can go.
Might not can like us much. Real quick, because I've heard a lot of you guys have not heard about this, but Shannon has not been on the show recently, and here's the reason, okay? If you were in the Dress My Craft event, I believe is where she talked about it. Shannon's husband had a stroke. He's in good, wonderful shape. Okay. He is a miracle walking, but Shannon announced that in the class. And what we've decided to do is, because they're in the discovery phase of this, like I said, he's doing great. He's back at work. He's literally a miracle. If Shannon does decide to share with you, he is a walking miracle. And
for sure,
what we're wanting to do is during the discovery phase, it really just gives Shannon time at home, you know, and also in case she has to be away for any appointments or anything like that, it's just easier for us to do this than just to have Shannon out and you guys always be questioning where is she or things like that. So I was telling a customer in the store today this, we're going to do this for indefinitely. We don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, he's doing wonderful. He is literally a miracle. Okay. And we're so happy about that. But just if Shannon needs time or what she needs right now, we're going to do it that way. And there's nothing wrong. Shannon and I have been working so hard. We actually are in a pretty good place. We're in a pretty good place getting some stuff done with our reset. She is not in the room tonight. She was here last week. Last week, she was doing some shipping to try to get some shipping caught up, but this week she's not. So if on Tuesdays, you're going to hear her in the background running around my room, and I might even reference her or what have you. On Thursday nights, she won't be in the building unless I need her here in the building. But we're just going to do that going forward. So I don't want anybody to be like, there's always speculation. There's nothing wrong between me and Shannon. There's nothing wrong. She is doing fantastic. You'll see her tomorrow. If you're in the Eurofolios, she'll be in Eurofolios with me. But here's what we'd like you to do. Be praying for answers. That's what we'd like to know. We'd like to know, you know, what happens so they could make a good treatment plan for the future. So that's where we are. Okay. So I won't address it again. And I'm not because I don't want to be ugly, but that's Shannon and her husband and her family's information. And I've shared as much as she has shared. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay. All right. Well, love you guys. Thank you for understanding. I know you love Shannon too, and she loves you, and you can still reach out to her. She is still your go-to. Okay. You're still going to be using her for everything you need because she's still my go-to as well. Okay. Quick question. Is it very noisy in the background? And the reason I ask is we have added a fan and a dehumidifier to my room. The humidity. So I have 2 hums happening. Actually 3 because the air conditioner's humming. So I want to make sure that you're not hearing that and it's not annoying. And tonight's the first night we've had it. So I want to make sure I ask you real quick. Okay. So I'm hearing no noise. You're good. Good deal. Because it's loud in here, y'all. Isn't it?
It is a little loud.
It's loud in here to us.
But I want to take the opportunity to welcome those of you watching on Facebook tonight. Thanks for joining us. I saw someone comment earlier this was their first time to be with us, and we're honored to have you with us tonight. several people talking about this as their first live show. Welcome in. We're honored that you took time to hang out with us tonight, and we'll have a good time together.
Yep, we will. So last week, I don't know that I've shared this with y'all, but the folks at Craftreat, you know, we've been carrying their products for probably a year now, if maybe a little bit longer. Their folios and things like that. I don't know if I've shared this with you, but they are so sweet to me. They reach out to me. They check on us. They send me samples all the time of what they've got going on. They're willing to work with me, and they ask our opinion of what we think. They're just really sweet people. And last week they watched the, I think they watched the live show. I guess they watched Tuesday's show. That's when I showed all the cutesies. Remember this? Remember I showed y'all the little light up Santas, the little light up Mrs. Claus. Remember we did these? If you didn't see these, Tuesday's video, and they're in store for you to get their little kits and this one. And it was so funny. I want to say that you say her name Priyana. I need to get that clarified. But she saw this one and loved the multicolor lights in it. She thought that was adorable. So here's the deal. She said, you missed something. You missed showing our cool new product. And I said, I really didn't miss it. What happened was we had a box not show up in time for the live show. But since then, we have had it show up. And she was telling me, she's like, your viewers are going to love the new product. You've got to show it to them. So I looked at it and I was like, she's right. And so that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to show it to you. Okay. So here is what I want to show you. Do you see where that says black, craft, and white? And this is the quick accordion fold album. Here's the deal. This accordion fold album set, you get 3 in one pack. I did not realize that. We ordered it because it was her new product and I love all her product. I didn't realize you got enough in here to make 3. So let me show you this, okay? You get craft. You get everything you need for black. You get magnets, okay? You get the little closure pieces that you can use. You get them in every color, okay? And you get white. Let me show you the white. This is the white. Now, here's the deal. This is my version of the white that I made this afternoon, super quick, but I wanted to show y'all a little different closure. Now, the closure here is one that you do with magnet. You know, you glue it onto this page, you put a magnet under here, and it opens up. The very fun. But I thought this would be cute, and I have to tell you, because this folio is so super quick, this is why you can spend more time on this kind of stuff if you want to make these as gifts. Also, what are these? $15.48 for 3. They finish at 4, almost 4.5 by 6 1/4 is what they finish at. I'm pretty sure. Let's put a ruler on it. The height's what I don't remember. Yeah, 6 1/4 by 4, and it's about 4.5. It's a little bit less than that. It's between them. So maybe, what's that, 4 3/8? Here's what this does. So I did this little closure because I think it's super, super cute. And I want to show y'all, I'm going to show y'all that tonight. Okay. So this one opens with a ribbon like so. These little guys fly open to the side, and I didn't put any paper in here yet. I did this literally since 4 o'clock. I was making this then. Then this opens, and you have this little accordion piece that comes out. And these are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so you can put 4 by 6 photos in there. So it makes it easy, right? I have not done anything on the inside. I wanted to get this closure done for you. I want to show you how the closure that I did works. See how it's loose and it goes all the way around? I did that on purpose. And also, this little line in the middle, we're going to talk about that. I did that on purpose as well. So this is our little closure. You see this ribbon? Who was here when I told y'all? I think it was on, where was it when I told them that I was asking you for ribbon by the yard, and you were like, you don't, oh, in the Craftreat, you don't need ribbon by the yard. This is ribbon by the yard that I'm using tonight, and I'm excited about it. May Made It now has ribbon by the yard. What that means is you can now on our website purchase these pretty ribbons, which we're going to show you after the craft for you to see what you can purchase by the yard. I love this. And I want to tell you, because you're probably going to ask, I used almost a yard of ribbon. Look, I used that much less of a yard. I decided to trim my tails down a little bit. So let me show you how this works. Okay. We're going to do the craft one tonight together, because I'm going to play with, the paper in that one that I just showed you, Christmas Village from Craft-a-CROPolis. Okay. Well, let me show you, because it's so pretty. So pretty. This one, it's autumn. Isn't this beautiful? Did I open this? I did. I went ahead and opened it for myself. Look at this. This cardstock is so pretty. I like that they didn't use the standard orange and green. Like this green is really almost a charcoal green. Reminds me of men's suiting. You know, like your daddy had that suit that wasn't quite black and wasn't quite green and wasn't quite gray. There was just that suit back in the day. I remember my dad had one like this. Did yours?
Mm-hmm.
You never really had. Vince is I want this color, or this color. You're not really this in between guy. But my dad had a suit that color. I remember it. All right, so don't blink because the folio's already almost made. I'm not even joking by that. The folio's already almost made. The pieces that come in your folio kit, okay, this is the whole folio, the base, and this is your accordion, okay? Let's do some calisthenics. Y'all saw me say we're doing calisthenics. Oh, the thumbnail tonight is about the Dress My Craft event. If you don't know, and I'll get Timothy to link it real quick. If you don't know, the second Dress My Craft event is now for sale. Tickets are for sale now. It's a super fun class. We'll talk about it later tonight. I'll show you the details about it. But if you want to grab your spot, it's selling pretty fast. I told y'all, I was like, it's going to be too soon. And y'all were like, no, it's not. And I had one person actually say to me, just be quiet and take my money. That's literally what they told me. And I'm like, here's your event. So it's available. And Timothy just put is it Spectacular? And I've been calling it Spintastic, I think, all this time. But Timothy put the link for you so you can grab your spot. And we'll talk about it later. But I meant to talk about it first and I forgot. Okay, already scored. All your score marks are there for you. You don't have to do anything. Just fold and crease. Look at this cardstock. See how sturdy this is? Love this cardstock, and it just gets better as we build onto it. And I'm going to press. Look how nicely this cardstock creases and scores. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. You're going to love this class. It's going to be super fun. And as much as you love the last one, you're going to love I think you're going to love this one more because it's interactive, and we like interactive, don't we? All right. There's a little bit of manufacturing that I need to trim off. See that little piece right there? Just a little piece that got left on there. So I'm just going to trim that off. That is the folio base. That's what I call it, a base. I was going to say opener, but that's the base. See how fast that was? Do not blink. Watch this one. Okay. This is going to become an accordion. Here's the trick for this, okay? When you fold this, I need you to fold it carefully. Pay attention, okay? Here's what I mean. Don't just fold this over, crease it down, and think you're done. If you do, they won't fold straight, and your accordion will be on the wonk, which that may be what you're going for. Sometimes I'm on
the wonk.
You don't know what the wonk is?
Oh, yeah. Wonky.
Wonky. I'm sure it's wonky. Anyway, we don't want it on the wonk. So here's the deal. We're going to fold this over, and we're going to line it up to this edge, and we're going to pay attention to the score mark over here. And see how I haven't pressed this down yet? Let me do it this way. See how I have not pressed that down yet? When I go to press this, it'll find the score mark. Does that make sense? Like when I do this, the score mark finds itself, and I get this nice, crisp fold. And I'm going to accordion fold it. Now, do not worry too much about if you're doing the accordions right just yet. You know, there's a way for the accordions to go in the album. The reason you don't need to worry yet is because we really need this to fold in both directions anyway. So we're going to crease this again, but we're just getting ourselves started. This guy right here, I'm just going to fold him up.
Becky said on the wonk is her new style.
On the wonk. I want to say that's an English phrase. I want to say I picked that up from somebody in England. Anybody from England tonight watching is on the wonk. I think that's where I got it from. Or I could have got it from an Australian because I watch them too. I watch anything that's not American. Not true, because I watch Becky from Maker Homestead, and she's American. I watch her. All right, so all the lines are folded and creased. Now let's put this guy together. What we're going to do is we're going to turn these two pieces into one long piece. That's all we got to do, okay? So I'm going to open up one of the flaps on one of the sides, and I'm going to glue a knot flap. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I've got a knot flap and a flap, a knot flap and a flap. Okay, I'm going to glue these together just like this. The only thing I want to pay attention to is I want to make sure, I'm going to lay these on top of each other like this. I want to make sure when I glue this down that this will fold easily without any pushback, okay? If you overlap your score mark, it's not going to fold well. So what I move everything out of your way so you can reach your glue press. Here we go. I would apply my glue into my little crease or onto my little flap, just like this. Perfect. Then let me get my ergo bone folder out because I know y'all are going to want one of these, and I don't have the other ones in stock yet. Then what I'm going to do, I'll stand these guys up, and I'm going to bring that over to the score mark and wrap this over. What that'll do is make sure my pages will all fold like they need to. Then I'm going to take my ergo bone folder. These guys are key. And I'm going to press, press, press. Clean up that excess, okay? That has now attached these guys, okay? We'll do the accordion next. All right, let me show you what happens. To put this in the book, this is your base, you're going to glue the flap right here inside the spine. So, it's your trademark, Mackie. That's funny. We're not going to glue it to the spine. We're going to glue it to the flat section back here. Okay, so watch this. We're going to apply some glue to our little flap. Actually, hold on. I meant to tell you this. This is what I did earlier, and I think it made things easier. So I want my flap to glue right there. So now I can close my accordion correctly. So if my flap's going down, I can close and then close, flipping it over accordion style. This is where we're going to crease again. We're going to crease it again, but get that guy nice and flat. I'll tell you something about these kinds of folios, okay? The difference, the way to make them crisp and clean and look professional is make sure your folds are flat. Like make sure everything matches up and you don't have this crookedness. If I had not, see how nice and smooth that is, how everything matches up. If I hadn't, and it was twisted when I was closing, I'd have a twisted piece here, and that's not what we want. All right, here's your piece, 2 spines on the side, glue on the flap. Just like this. Okay. Then this fits really snugly between your little spines. So I'm going to line this up right to my score, and I want you to see this little trick. My trick is lift your spine up and push it to it. We don't want to push it over the score mark because what happens if we do? This guy won't close, right? Lift it up, push it to it, and then press again. Now we can lift this up, get under here, and burnish it. And anytime I burnish, I always have a glue seepage. Clean it up. You have to clean it up like you clean up a little toddler face. You know what I'm saying? Now, something I want to show you really quick. Because you're making this album, now you have all control over whether it's portrait or landscape. And I'm just going to be honest with you. This would be the cutest recipe album for Christmas for your family. If you have, let's see how we want to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 recipes, family recipes, and you gave them these, and because you can get 3 in a pack, already scored, already cut, already done, you could just throw the recipes on here and give these as gifts. You would be the family member this year. You would get top prize. Bet your family would give you 100 gold stars. I bet they would be like 100 gold stars, maybe more. It is Christmas. People are generous at Christmas. So
100 gold stars.
100. This would be perfect for recipes. Here's why. Let me show you.
Y'all never know what you're going to get, do you?
With me? Here's why it's perfect. Let's say, and I'm going to say this because I've been meaning to reach out to my dad and get it. Let's say you've got your dad's coleslaw recipe, okay? And it's on this page back here. Watch this. Dad's coleslaw recipe right there. You see how neat it is? Like I can just open it out. Flat. Sitting by the stove. right? Turn it up like this if I need to read this one. Open it. This is perfect for recipe album. Am I overselling it? Possibly. But I do that. I'm known for that. All right, let's talk about the belt. Can we call that the belt? It's not a belly band.
You got a question about glue making paper warp.
Yep.
That came from Perfectly Faded Delusions.
Oh, no.
She says, I have a question.
Yeah.
I find glue makes my paper warp.
It's a thick glue. That's why. I was going to ask you what glue you're using. So I use in this gun, in this press, it's not a hot glue gun. In this press, I have Barely Art. In other presses, I have Art Glitter Glue. And those two glues, I find when you learn how much you need, which is very little, you'll have less warpage. The issue with glue is simply this. Ready? If you wet paper, it responds. That's all there is to it. What you have to do is find the glue that you need less of, so we are wetting the paper less. It really is just that simple. You can't, if you wet paper, that's what's going to happen, right? So if you're asking my opinion, the issue with PVA glue is it's a thicker glue with a little more viscosity to it. And so you need a little bit more, or really we just kind of feel like we do. You literally, I would challenge you to try using your PVA glue, but using half as much as you normally use. Like when you lay it down, kind of scrub it out, and you might find you get less warpage. But you can see here that I've only put it in two places here. Well, let me show you. You can see here that don't have any warpage from my glue, and that's just because the type I use. Now, if you continue to have a warpage issue, consider sticky tape or a tape roller, a tape runner, something like that if you struggle. Hopefully that'll help you.
But also, someone mentioned it could be the thickness of the paper that she's using also.
It can be. A lot of times it all shucks down to if you wet paper, it's going to warp.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to know your paper. You do. And here's another thing. Check this out. This is not paper. It's cardstock, and it's nice and thick. And this one's even thicker because this one's Harmony. Isn't that great? Okay, let's talk about this piece. Now, I added this piece, so it does not come in your kit. Okay. You don't have to add a piece. They give you the little closure piece, and they give you magnets. I just wanted to do something different. I just thought it'd be cute. So this piece is 1 7/8 by 9.5. And Tamitha didn't know that, so she doesn't have the measurements for you in the description yet. I was literally doing this before the show went live, okay? So this piece is 1 7/8 by 9.5. You're going to score at 1.5 inches, 2.5, 7, and at 8. Now, I just got my little scoreboard here, so we're just going to score on either end. So I'm going to score at 1.5 inches, 2.5. Then I'm going to turn this and do 1.5 inches and 2.5 again.
And that's because you're using the short.
Yeah.
They don't have 8 inches.
Oh, it does. Oh, it's there.
You just can't see it.
I know how much you love that.
Oh, yeah.
He loves when I look over these glasses at him, y'all. It's his favorite. I'm checking to make sure I was right because I was just feeling around the first time. Okay, so I was. So now what I'm going to do,
around.
Fold and crease. Little Paper Crafters Calisthenics. Fold and crease and fold and crease. Look, Kim said, I figured it'd be a kit. She knows me well enough to know that I'm going to use a kit if I get a chance, right? All right, here we go. Again, this is our ad. Thank you, Jen. This is our add-on. You can add anything you want to a folio when you're making it, but this is our add-on. Now, I'm not going to put it on just yet because I want to show you something. The other thing I love about this, okay, the 3 that come in there is you can use a 6x6 pad to cover it. You don't have to have a 12x12 paper pack. And this is going to be gorgeous. Watch this. So let's pick an outside cover that we want to use, something we want the main part of the album to be. Oh, that wood grain, though. That wood grain, though. Those leaves. I'll find it. It'll go, this is the one as soon as I see it. This color is so pretty. You see how it's kind of like rose gold? I use my hand to show you because I'm rose gold. Right now I'm two-tone. No, three-tone. We talked about that. I'm three-tone. Ooh, I like this one. This is pretty. Because I put a fresh coat of paint on my legs, but they don't match. It don't match my arms. Do I share too much?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just asking. What? Oh, there she is. Y'all know I'm stopping right there. Y'all know it. You said plaid. I heard it. Y'all yelled plaid. That's what y'all yelled.
Well, do you?
Plaid. That's how they. That's probably not how they yelled it. Although that's cute too. Y'all are so sweet. Stop puffing me up. Lord knows I don't need any more puffing up, do I, babe?
Any more what?
Puffing up. All right. Now then, take this.
I will tell you that her was the biggest sucker for what did you say?
What did you say? Make you do it again?
And make her say it again. But my mate's falling right on track.
Look, Tammy said, plaid. That's what she said. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this down to 6 inches because our album is 6 1/4. I'm going to double check that. I feel like I might have done this differently. Yes. Okay, look. This is what I wanted
Looks
to show
like
y'all.
6 3/8.
It is 6 3/8. But here's the thing. We're not going to stress about how tall it is. We're going to do something to make our 6x6 paper work. I wanted to make this work for you guys, okay? Now, there's a couple things you can do because I know y'all going to point this out to me. Cardstock that comes out of the Cartabella pack and the Echo Park pack and some other packs have areas that are longer than 6 inches. This little section in the middle where the hole is the only place that's not, okay?
Arlene went there.
What'd she do? Plaid, it's not a solid. But it goes well with a solid that's not a solid too. So there's that. So this piece,
You had to do it, didn't you, Arlene?
is 6 1/2 inches. If you want to play around that little hole, you could make this be the right mat size. Okay. We're not. I'm going to show you a trick. Let's say you have 6x6 cardstock. Let's cut this down to 6x6. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the other one down. I could have done them at the same time. Now, these little doors are 2 1/4. Oops, let's use the right end so y'all can see it. These little doors are not 2 1/4. 2, yeah, almost. See how they're so close to 2 1/4 if I lay that down? Do you see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 2-inch panels for the doors. So I'm going to cut this at 2 inches. This at 2 inches. Now for the side panels, these are 3/4. I'm going to cut this down to 1/2 inch. So using that same piece of cardstock, I've not gone to my second piece yet. I don't like that end piece. I'm going to use this piece. I'm going to cut to 1/2 inch. And you might want to start with your 1/2 inches first if you struggle with little small pieces in your trimmer. But we're good here. I said as I moved it, as I picked it up. There we go. So there's my 2 1/2 inch pieces. Now this, I don't need right now. We can use it later if we need to, okay? The back piece is a little trickier, okay? A little trickier. This guy ends up being 4 3/8. I'm going to cut this 4 1/8 by 6. So 4 1/8 by 6. And this piece we can use somewhere else. Now here's the thing. If you're not thinking it, you should be thinking, but May. This is not going to be the right size. Hear me? Because look, our mat is not going to match up. If we put it, you know, the right distance away from the bottom and the sides, we've got a big 1/4 inch gap at the top. We're going to cheat it.
Cheat it.
Yep. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this into our trimmer and cut it in half at 3 inches. Does that scare you?
What you talking about, Willis?
I am doing it, Willis. I'm doing it. I'm cutting it in half at 3 inches.
GV, yep, this will be on YouTube. You can watch it many times you want to.
I'm cutting all the pieces we just did in half at 3 inches. Now, some of you are going to care that you keep them together. So I'm going to do it for you too, because I know we care about that. Okay. So I'm going to cut these down to 3 inches. So we're just cutting them in half. keep them together. Pretty easy to keep them together. You can kind of see. Okay. So here's our pieces that we have cut. Now, if you're watching and thinking, Meme, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. I want to show you this. This is what I did here. Work. I already did it. I already did it. Okay.
She knows it works.
Here. You see inside there that we've got that gap, but most of it is covered up. So it's going to work. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. Take your folio. You can this is exactly what I did. I'm going to show you my tips and tricks, right? I closed my accordion down in the middle and I did this number to hold it still. Just like that. Then I'm going to flip it over so I can see the back side. Let me move these guys out of the way. Flip it over like this, and I'm going to work on the back side. I'll start from here and work my way to the middle. Okay. So these guys are going to get glued, but I want to show you, we're going to cheat that middle to get what we needed so we don't have to cut into a 12 by 12 for this. Now, I have no issue with using 12 by 12 cardstock for this. With it. But if you want to save cardstock, I just want to show you some tips and tricks. This doesn't end up looking like you didn't have enough cardstock. It looks like it was a design choice, and that's what we want, right? The trick is, okay, I feel like I have a hair on my neck. The trick is you want your mat to be the same on the side, the top, and this side, the bottom, and this side, and whatever happens in the middle happens in the middle. And we don't judge it. We go, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. For those of you struggling with glue, look how little glue is on that. Look, it doesn't even bubble. Barely you can see a bubble. Just a little bit of glue. And that's one way I keep the warping down, is just not too much. Another thing that helps with warping, I was just thinking about this from a friend. I forget his name. I don't even know if it was a he or a she. Another thing it helps is whenever you're doing these folios, you typically sandwich the middle page, and that kind of helps too. Here we go, just like this. This is that kind of album that you could get 1 or 2 6x6 pads, okay, and make 3 or 4 from 1 or 2 6x6 pads. I mean, this is 2 pieces of 6x6 cardstock that we're using right now. So if you're good at math, there's 24 pieces in a 6x6 pad. We're using 2 pieces to do this section. We do have to do some more in a minute. Now what you do is you take a second to line these guys up, top and bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to hide the center part. When I was doing this today, I was thinking, I love cardstock. I love cardstock. I love playing with it. I love doing this kind of stuff and figuring out ways to do things. I love it. What happens in the middle stays in the middle. Nobody says anything about it. It's like the middle child. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about the middle child. Vince and I have 2 middle children. We just have middle children. We've always said that Thomas and Joe were our middle childs. They're the 2. They don't really act like middle children. They're the middle because we have 4. Shannon is a middle child. She's a really good middle child. She looks out for everybody. All right. Now, these over here. You might have seen balloons float up. Either StreamYard or YouTube. Have you ever like called your grandkids on FaceTime and they're like doing all those cool little, like they're making faces and it'll make the face, or they do a hand gesture, or do the hand gesture, like, look. See, that's why. If I make something that looks like a thumbs up, it'll do that. Isn't that funny? My grandkids taught me that. Because I don't know any of that stuff. They do. All right, so there's our little plaid. And then I'm going to open this up so I can do the middle. And because I had those clips on it, which you could use clothespins or whatever, it just kind of trains it to stay down. What happens in the middle stays in the middle. We're just going to match this up to our pieces. We don't do perfect, so it don't have to be perfect. When you're using craft colored cardstock, be careful to use your cloth. If glue seeps out, it can leave a little mark. You know, it can kind of change it. Two thumbs up, you get confetti. Gotta try it. I'll have to try it. Vinny, you try doing some thumbs up and see if it does it from you. I think you have to see your whole hand in the screen. Did it do it?
Nope. Maybe it can't be a side screen.
Nothing. It doesn't love me. All right, so check this out. Isn't this pretty already? Our little plaid album. Now for the fun part. You're going to take your band. Let's go ahead and cover it. Now, you have, here's the thing, and y'all won't love it. I know you won't love it because there are some 8s here, okay? Let me pick what we're going to put there and we'll talk about it. I want to do something contrasty. Let's see. Ooh, this would be pretty, wouldn't it? That may not contrast enough. I like a pattern on the, ooh, the pumpkins. Of course, the pumpkins. Love that. What I'm going to do real quick is run around and get these measures for you so that Timothy has them too. All right, so just really quick. The height of these guys, what I'm going to do is, let's see, 7/8. Not this one, 5/8. I'm going to do, for my height, they're going to be 1 5/8. And then I'm going to do this one 1/4 smaller. So where this is 1.5 inches, actually, no. Don't do these yet, and I'll show you in a minute. Don't do these two down here. 1 5/8, and I'll show you why. You're going to have to do a little math at home on your own, okay? I'm sorry. This one's going to be 1 5/8, and it's going that's 1 inch, so it's going to be by 3/4. Same here. And I don't remember what this middle was. Let's put a ruler on it. 4 1/2. So 1 5/8 by 4 1/4. So Tam, we'll have to talk about these in a minute. Let me make sure she can get these. Okay, so let's cut some cardstock from this guy. Now I want my pumpkins to run across. Who's proud of me? I want my pumpkins to run across. So paying attention to that, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to cut this down to 1 5/8. And I'll go ahead and cut this one down to 4 1/4. And let's do a little test to make sure I got that right. Yep, there we go. Isn't that cute, the pumpkins? All right, I probably can use this one because I just need it to be 3/4 twice. It's going to be almost exact. Let me see if I cut off. What's 3/4 twice? 1.5 inches?
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is cut this down to 1.5 inches so I can just cut it in half. So now I can just lay it right here on 3/4 on both sides of my line. Cut up. Those two are done. So they'll go on either side here. And now we're going to have to do a little work. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece down to 1 5/8, just to strip really quick. And then I'll show you why you have to do a little bit of work for this one. Okay. Do I want to glue that down? Let's glue this down so we can be done with that. 100 stars for getting my orientation right. Y'all spoil me. Y'all spoil me. 100 gold stars. I'm pretty proud of doing it right, though, because that never happened. Y'all know these pumpkins would have been sideways, and we'd have dealt with it. We would have dealt with it, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been sad, but we'd have dealt with it. How many of you, I have to know, How many of you can handle something being upside down, and how many of you have to abort mission? Some of you can. I'm sure I can handle it. It depends on where it's at. Like if it's like, you know, if it's ruining the whole project, that's one thing. But if I have a little pattern upside down, I can handle it.
We have those blue cloth towels in pink and in white, and we buy them at Walmart.
No, I get them from Amazon. And
Do
I
you?
think Tamitha has my pink ones definitely come from Amazon. These came from Walmart before, but I started ordering them from Amazon. But Tamitha, I think, has our link. There it is right there. That's our affiliate link if you want to purchase them. That's the ones we use. Okay, now then, check this out. Here's what you got to do. You got to build this piece. Isn't this little piece cute? There's my abort mission, folks. Look, abort mission, abort mission, abort mission. I have to sometimes. See this little piece? This piece comes from this. This punch is what I'm using. However, you know, because I've taught you how to make your own tabs, right? You know how to make tabs using other things. All you got to do is take a rectangle, fold it in half, and use some corner punches on one end, and you've got a tab, okay? But I'm going to use this because of speed, and if I'm making this for projects for folks, I don't want to be here all day, right? I want to get a bunch of them done. So let me find a color in here. I think maybe that dark red would be pretty, or that dark green would be pretty. I should probably do the green so that I know that I have a ribbon to match. Do I have a ribbon to match? Oh, yeah. We'll figure something out. No, I don't think I'm doing green. I think I want to do something else. I'm checking my ribbon selection. Hang on. Oh, that wood grain would be a cute little tab. But it won't really pop. I kind of like my little tabs to kind of. That's a different color. I don't know if I like that one either. That orange is pretty. Let's do this orange. All right, I'm just going to leave this in the book so I don't have a scrap laying here. And I'm just going to punch a couple times. 1, 2. You just need 2 of them, okay? Now, I told you a while ago, you're going to have to do a little cipher in here, and here's why. Depending on what you use to create this. Now, my 1 7/8 measure came from here. I wanted this to go the length of my tab. See that? That's what I wanted. So you can change that if you decide to do something else. And the reason I didn't want to give you that measure before is because once I place this in where I want it to go, I'll need to measure this here. Does that make sense? You can stack it on top, but I like the mat to be there, so I don't want to do that. Okay. So I've got 2 of these. I'm going to fold them in half, and I'm going to glue them onto my piece. And what you do is you put glue all over the inside. Both sides need it. And then we're going to place it. And you can decide where you actually put it here. I'm going to put it to where my cardstock ends at that little rounded area, and then close this down. And I'm going to sit this down on my work surface and get my cloth to pick up my excess and press this down really well. And earlier I burnished it. I think it makes a difference. Where did we'll use this one. And glue will seep out. It always does. Just wipe away your excess. So there's 1/2. Okay. I'm going to flip it over, and I don't have to pay attention to orientation here because it's just a little plaid, and put the other one on. Projects like this are the reason when I find what I call evergreen punches that will work in every season for all different things, I add them to my stash. This is why I have so many punches. This is a punch that if you can afford it, you should grab it. It's one you're going to use all the time. Okay, so now what we can do is we can get that little piece for this area. We are going to have to measure, okay? So this ends up being 1 1/8. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 7/8. I've already cut my height. So 7/8 twice.
You got a tip?
I have a tip.
Don't forget to wipe your bone folder off.
Oh, was it on my bone? I didn't even think about that. I never wipe my bone folder. I should start paying attention.
That was a tip.
I never even thought
From
of that.
Patty.
Somebody shared me a tip. Who shared it?
Patty.
Patty gets 100 gold stars. We're just handing them out like they're candy tonight, y'all. We're just like, you have 100 gold stars and you have 100 gold stars. This is cute paper. All right, so get that lined up like I want it. Let's do the other side. Now, for time's sake, I'm not doing the inside tonight, but I would do the inside of this as well. I put that on upside down and no one said anything. No one yelled at me. No, because I flat did, didn't I? I feel confident it was upside down. Let's do it again. Listen, you guys, I can't police myself. I need y'all watching these things. Y'all cannot expect me to do this in my own senses. Basically, I cannot be left alone. All right.
Patty said abort.
Abort mission. Abort. Okay.
Y'all see how quick she peeled it off?
I aborted the mission. That's what I did. Thanks, Tam. I appreciate it so much that you guys look out for me like that. I just appreciate it. I just appreciate it. Yeah, that's the problem. You got to type. Wouldn't it be better if you could just yell at me?
Rita said she was trying to tell you.
She's trying to tell me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this guy to the back of this guy. So see how he's starting to cover up our little line in the middle? So we've made the best use of our cardstock. So we're just going to glue him right across that middle. Here's what I did. It was definitely on the walk. Pay attention. I'm right side up, okay? What I did was I put glue in this middle section, and then using that separation as my guide, I eyeballed that to the center of this guy. I eyeballed that line to the center. It doesn't need to be perfect. I will also tell you that my little piece here is a little wider than it needs to be. Not by much, just a little bit. And the reason for that is I'm not going to glue these spines to the side. If you glue those to the side, you're not going to get it to open right. It's not going to open flat. So I'm not going to glue those, just the middle. And I needed a little bit of room.
Michelle said, I was screaming so loud, the kid said, shut up.
Bring the kids into the room. They'll start telling me. They may not care, though. Kids are a lot more creative than we are, you know. So see how I just kind of eyeballed the middle? I just eyeballed it. All right, I'm going to lay this out now and press. You can measure if you want to do all that. I ain't measuring.
You ain't about all that.
I'm not measuring that.
But you can do you.
I will turn it because it's twisted. Because I got lines to go by. Okay, now for the fun part. Y'all thought we already been doing the fun part, but we hadn't. Here comes the fun part. Okay, now then, we got to doctor these dudes up. And again, I would cover these. I would cover these on the inside. I'm just not going to tonight. Okay, here's the fun part. We're going to poke a hole, and we're going to put something fun in it, okay? Now, if you are worried that your holes won't be centered, please, please, please measure. This girl ain't worried. I'm using my larger punch on my crocodile, okay? And I'm eyeball centering. And the older I get, I'm more off and more off. I don't stress about it.
Sometimes it has to be a little long.
I'm not going to stress about it. I am going to use one of these because I think they're so pretty. This might be too green. Oh, I just panicked. I was like, how did I get that upside down? I didn't. I just had it laying upside down. I was so upset with myself just then for a split second. That's pretty green. I don't think I want to use green. Okay, I'm trying to leave myself open for the ribbon. Let's see what I do want to use. I've got multiple. Let's use one of these. Let's use one of these bronzy ones. This is pretty. Look at that bronze. Oh yeah, Oh, it's a heart. I don't want to use a heart. Let's see what this
That
one is.
might make people think you had one.
No, I ain't using a heart. Oh, this is perfect. Look, look, look. It's almost craft. See that one? I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to poke this through the hole. Just like that. Get that lined up. I'm going to get another one. Put it on the other side. This is the kind of thing, if you don't have this in your stash, you need to pick it up. Here's why. These are the kind of things that make people go, you made this? They just do. If you put hardware on something, if you're a sewist and you put hardware on a bag, a clip, a lobster claw, an adjustable something, people go, you made this? Because no one believes you can do that. All right, let's talk crocodile. If you don't know what one of these is, this top section is your eyelet setter, okay? And I have gone away from the instructions here. I'm doing my own thing, and I'll tell you why. I don't mind this side. This side, let me put my glasses on. I can tell y'all what it is, okay? This side is D. I've got D showing here. There's a little letter D right there, okay? This side, I have number 2 showing. Do you see that kind of rounded, what would this be? This little piece that comes up is kind of rounded. See how this one isn't? See how this one's more just like a, I don't know how to describe these. This one's more poking up. The other one's rounded. This rounded one gives me a much prettier close on the back. Okay. So I don't care what the instructions say. This is the one I use. I use D and 2. D fits in my eyelet really well, and this one rounds it out better. Okay. So what you do is you take the D side, the pointier side, okay, and you put that into your eyelet. Then the side that's rounder, the number 2 side, sandwiches together. See how I'm not super squeezing this? Okay, here's the other trick. What you do is you slowly close this. Do not squeeze this super tight, and don't press it all the way down. Go slow, slow, and I want to show you, if you go slow, it looks better. That one's not perfect. I'll show you my one I did first, but it looks better when you go slow. If you go super fast and you squeeze it too hard, it's going to,
Doesn't it?
it blows the shape out of this, especially the front. The back, we're not going to see by the time we put our ribbon in it. You're not going to see the back. The front, you don't want to squish because you want to keep that rounded shape. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to be gentle. Be gentle with it. So I put that guy into the eyelet. So I'm going to squeeze gently. It's going to split a little bit because it's a shank. So it splits a little bit. Let me show you my first ones. I thought they did really well. I was real happy with these. All right. I have my ribbon in there, okay? But see how much cleaner that looks because I did it slow and kind of with purpose. I usually just kind of like treat it like I'm piercing somebody's ears. You know how you never had your ears pierced.
I haven't had that done yet.
They go 3, 2. They do it 4, 3. They don't let you know.
They don't let you know.
They don't let you know. And they do it real quick. I'm not doing that here. We're doing it gently. Okay? Gently. Look how cute. Let's get ribbon. Can I take it a moment to show y'all the ribbon by the yard just because I want to? Can I? I'm gonna, because my show, right? My face is on the carpet. Right?
Well, this is one of them prove her right moments.
Let me tell y'all. Every craft store needs to carry ribbon by the yard. You just do. I have been begging.
I trusted you.
Y'all may
I'll
not
let
want
you
it.
do it.
I will tell you, I want you to know this. If you order ribbon by the yard, it will not come to you flattened out in an envelope. I am not going to do that. What will happen is we will take your order, we will cut it, and we will roll it around one of those little wooden clothespin pegs so it'll stay nice in your packaging, and you can use that clothespin peg for something else. It's not a clothespin because those are square. It's a peg that's round, so we will wrap it so it won't be ruined in your packaging. I don't want you to get, because some ribbons, even if you iron them, they just don't quite come back to normal. So they'll be done really, really pretty, okay? So let's talk about what we brought in. I think I got some really pretty ribbon, and Amber left this for me to show y'all, so it's in, and Tammons is putting the ribbon section in. This one is double ruffle in the color kiwi. Look at this ribbon, and you can buy it by the yard. Isn't this pretty? I don't want to like ruin these because we have to cut them from here, but isn't this beautiful ribbon? So pretty. And I made sure what I bought is really good ribbon for card making and paper crafting as well. So you can use it for all kinds of stuff. This one, did I say it was 7/8 inch? This one is not quite an inch, but isn't it pretty? Good for Christmas too, that greeny color. I also got it in the color pink. Look at the pink one. It's so pretty. Where's the end of it? There it is. Look at the pink. Love that. And it's a soft, this is soft, so you can use it in your card making. What I mean by that is you can mail it. You know what I'm saying? It'll go flat but come back. I love that. This one is black. Let me find the end of it if I can. I might not can. I don't want to mess the spool up. We'll find it. We'll hit it again. Right? Can you hear me? We'll find it. We'll hit it again.
That's right.
Look at the black one. So pretty. It's got that little shine to it. Love that. Okay. Then if you like the look of that one, look at these. These are the same ribbon, but these are 3/8. Let me double check. These are 3/8. This one is red. Same ruffle. This one is white. And let me see if I can pull this out and show you. I'll show you the red because it's darker. Amber left these all closed up. Here it is. Look how pretty this is. Wouldn't this be pretty on your cards? Like if you wrapped this around, this does not match, but wouldn't this be pretty wrapped around a panel with that little lip, that little bit of dimension, and then put something on foam on top of it? I think that'd be so pretty. I love this ribbon. And listen, yes, I want y'all to want ribbon too, but if you don't, I'm just so happy to be able to walk out into my craft store and get ribbon when I want ribbon, because I'm going to use it for sewing too, y'all. So there's the red one and the white version of the 3/8. That's that double ruffle. Then, and we got a bunch of these, so we can go through these kind of quick. I'll show you one, and then I'll show you the colors. This side, this side, this side, this side. Okay. We'll start with, oh, I forgot. These are a little bit different. They're a little bit different. Now I've mixed them up. Those are the same. Okay. All right. Recognize this? I had to have houndstooth for Vinny. This is 7/8 inch grosgrain. Pull this open so you can see. Grosgrain ribbon is the one that has the lined texture and it doesn't stretch at all. Okay. This one is the black and white houndstooth. Also, while you're shopping, pick yourself up some fray check. This is what I put on the ends of my ribbon to keep it from fraying, and we have this in store too. So pick that up. All right, so this one is the black and white houndstooth. We also got it in, look at this color. This color is called Pacific Blue and Black. Not pretty. Same thing, 7/8 inch grosgrain. This one is red and black. You know, sometimes they put a fancier name, so I was looking. They're not shiny. There's plastic on there. Okay, so it looks just like the black and white, but red. Then these, and y'all are going to be like, I can't believe she did this. I have to open this one for you to see it. These have a shimmer to them. So check this out. Do you see, am I going to be able to show you the shimmer? Can you see the little shimmer? I don't think you can see it. There it is. See that little shimmer? These all have a little shimmery glitter on it. And let me do this real quick and show you. Amber was like, this is going to go everywhere. But look, do you see it going anywhere? Do you see it? It ain't. We tested it. Some might, but there is none on my, it's not everywhere. It's literally on the ribbon and it's beautiful. And we have it in this color. This is 7/8 inch lime. This is 7/8 inch royal. It's also shimmery. Okay. We will try to get more colors. They didn't have a lot of colors in that little one. That's why we got those kind of neutral colors. This one is 7/8 inch tangerine. And it is the shimmer. Look at this blue shimmer. This one is called light blue shimmer, 7/8 inch. This one is hot pink with the shimmer. And this one is light pink with the shimmer. So we have several of the houndstooth. I knew that Vinny would let me buy all the houndstooth ribbon I wanted to buy. Right?
Well, I mean, houndstooth just is not just Alabama. I mean, the black and white is pretty famous for Alabama because Coach Bryant wore the houndstooth years ago. But, you know, it's still pretty.
This one is black, 1/4 inch black. I said that. Velvet glitter. Now, this is not glitter. I'm going to get it up here where y'all can see it. It's that kind that has kind of that fiber in it that looks like glitter. Do you see it's not glitter falling off? Do you see that? It's not like that. It's not like actual chunky glitter. It just looks shiny and it doesn't have all that falling off. This is perfect for card making. We have it in black. These are your Christmas ones. We have it in red and we have it in green. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. Black, red, and green on that guy. Then, I ain't done. We got to pick a ribbon for our project too. Let me start with these. Oh, I just love these so much. These are my favorite ones, I do believe. Let me see which sizes I've got here. I've mixed them up. All right. These are 5/8 inch. Okay. This one is called lavender. This is grosgrain stripe. I'll show you the colors, then I'll open this up. This is lavender grosgrain stripe. These are all 5/8 that I'm showing you. This is black and white grosgrain stripe. These are going to be workhorses for you. This is red grosgrain stripe in 5/8. This one is purple grosgrain stripe in 5/8. Look at the difference in purple and lavender. Okay. This one is called baby blue. This one is gorgeous. It's hunter. Look at hunter. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then this one's pretty too. This one may be the one I opened for you. Yeah. This one is 5/8 inch geranium. Look at geranium. It's kind of a pinky reddy. Let me find a loose end. There it is. Pull this out. So this is what this is. This is 5/8 inch grosgrain printed on both sides, which is awesome. See that? So pretty colors, aren't they? How many yards are on a roll? A whole roll is 20 yards, but we're selling this by the yard. So you could get a whole roll if you needed it, but it's by the yard is how we're selling this. Let's see. Look at these. So these are 7/8 inch, very similar. This is pink.
Just a little wider.
Just 7/8 inch. This one is royal blue. I wish I could do that. So I could say them like that. There we go. Red. This one is black. And then we also have this pretty green. This one is emerald green. Gorgeous. You'll be able to see them on the website. Amber was putting them on the website today. While we're looking at the stripes, let me show you this other stripe. I just think the stripes go with so much. So I got a lot of them. So these right here.
Is there a minimum order on the ribbon? They're just 1 yard, right?
Oh, a yard is the minimum. That's true. We don't do less. It's by the yard. So we're doing 1 yard. Yeah. That's how we can keep up with inventory. Selling it online by the yard, we got to be able to keep up with inventory. If we were doing 8s and quarters and halves and all that, it wouldn't go well. This is lavender, and it is 3/8 inch grosgrain. This is black 3/8 inch, yellow 3/8 inch. Was this emerald? Emerald 3/8, red 3/8, and then we have this color. This one is the baby blue in 3/8. Then we have pink in 3/8. And then I want to call this one Emmy because Emmy's favorite color is rainbow. But look how cute the rainbow is. Is this called rainbow? Yes. Look how cute that ribbon is. It reminds me of back to school. Like if you're doing a back to school project, that's what it reminds me of. And my little granddaughter's favorite color is rainbow or red. It depends on what day it is. It depends on what day you ask her. All right, I got to put this back in some kind of order so that Amber doesn't fire me tomorrow, because that's always a possibility around here. Actually, Shannon did fire me this week, but she wouldn't let me go home. She said, if you're fired, I am also fired, and we will go to my house and we'll get on the couch and we'll watch TV. I said, that sounds good to me. Let's do it. That sounds good. We tried to fire Amber and get her to go with us, but Amber's too much of a team player. She's going to take care of Vinny. She ain't going to go with us. Aren't they pretty? I'm not through. I got a few more to show you. Not many more, just a handful. Just want to try to keep them organized. Look at this one. This guy is all by himself. I do not have any other colors but this, and I think it's so pretty. This is 7/8 inch white and gold, and it's a herringbone metallic. I just thought that screamed Christmas. And also, it's soft, so you can use it in an envelope. You know what I'm saying? It would go in an envelope really well. None of them are wired. These are what I wanted for card making. All right, this guy's all by himself. Hopefully I can get more of these. He's beautiful. He is Aqua 7/8 inch grosgrain Swiss dot. These remind me of hair bows. I got to tell y'all something. On my sewing channel, when I get to sew again, when I get to film again, I want to show y'all how to make a hair bow. And these ribbons will be perfect for that. I worked for a lady that made hair bows, and she taught me how to make a hair bow the easiest way ever. Y'all will love that. All right, and then these are all 3/8 inch Swiss dot grosgrain in multiple colors. 3/8 inch Swiss dot grosgrain. Aren't they gorgeous? Sold by the yard. And you can do that on the site, on our website, and we will cut them and we will roll them onto little wooden pegs so they don't get damaged. I cannot wait to roll the first one. I think it's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna do the bow for y'all. I think you'll really like it. It's an easy hair bow you'll be able to make for your kids and grandkids and things like that. I will do that for you. All right, let me get this organized. Amber's going to be so proud of me tomorrow. She's going to be like, who is this organizing this stuff like this? She won't believe me. All right, we got to do some ribbon to close our book up. I kind of want to use that. Oh, you know, it'd be pretty on that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's put this in here. What do you think about this gold in here? That's perfect. I like it. All right, I'm going to cut a yard off of here so that I don't mess up our inventory. And it took me almost a yard of my other one. So let me get this open. And then we're going to put our little ribbon on, and you'll have your album ready to go. Did you see me measure that out? Takes me back to my Peace Good days. All right, and then I have to do this or I will really be in trouble. -1 yard. Because I'll be in trouble if I don't do that. You know that, right?
Will. You will.
All right. 1 yard like this. Folded it in half. These are my scissors that are damaged. Where'd my good ones go? Here they are. And then, you want to talk about how my scissors got damaged?
All I know is you said I could use them.
Scissors got damaged. So I have 2 1/2 yard inch pieces, or what is that? 36 1/2 is 18. 36 1/2 is 18?
Yes.
So 2 18-inch pieces. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to one end, and I'm going to tie a knot at the end. And what I want you to do is tie it kind of tight. With this one, you won't tie it as tight if you have a thinner ribbon, but I'm using this thicker ribbon. So tie it kind of tight and do that on both ends. Gosh, when your favorite scissors are lost, isn't that the worst? They'll show up, but you'll already have 2 new pair.
Hey, do you need to tie that in before you put it in?
No. Tie both ends. We good.
It's going to go through that eye with that knot in it?
Mm-hmm.
You a lie.
No, I'm not. I'm going to cut this off at the end, the excess, past the knot. We will fray check that in a minute. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do is get our bead threader. And we're going to poke it through our eyelet. And the end that is not knotted.
Oh, I asked you, did you knot both ends?
Oh, I didn't hear you. Oh, I knotted both ends of the ribbons.
Of 2 ribbons.
Yeah. So then you're going to pull this through your eyelet gently.
Because I was like, that knot's not going to go through that eyelet. That's
Like
what
so.
I was thinking. I apologize.
Your knot hides, and it has plenty of room because I made this a little bit taller. See that how I made that a little taller than my spine? It gives me room for my knot. Okay.
You appeared to be thinking.
I was thinking, but we're good. I made it out. I made it out alive from thinking. Mark me safe from thinking.
Yeah. Is that rain?
No, I don't think it is. All right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and tie this. I want to tell you something about your friends and family. Okay. They don't want you to give them a tiny amount of ribbon. You are a crafter. The person you're giving this to probably does not enjoy tying bows. Honestly, you're probably the person they ask to tie their bows. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them ribbon. Do not give them this tiny little amount. Give them some room to make some big old ears on their bows and then shrink them back down. Okay. Welcome in, Wilma.
Glad, always nice to have
Glad
a first-time viewer.
All
Had
right.
quite a few tonight. Glad all of you are with us.
And decide how big you want your bow. But trust me, give your friends and family some ribbon. They will love you for it.
They'll appreciate it.
Now, this is much longer than my first one was. I don't know if I did a bigger loop or whatever, so you might not want to cut up as much as I'm going to, so you might want to start with less ribbon. But I want to show you another trick. If you take your scissors, I'm going to pull my loops out like that, beside your loops, and you take your scissors parallel to your, run it beside. You see how I'm running to my loop? Am I explaining this well?
Uh-huh.
Let me do it like this. You're going to take your scissors and run it up to your loop like that, and you cut. That's how you get the right length. Okay. You take your scissors. I'm doing this so y'all can see this. Take your scissors, run it up to the loop.
Welcome, Pamela.
And see how I did it on an angle? That's how you get the right length for your bow. Let's fray check. Hi, Pamela. Welcome in. Lots of first timers. I love that. Then we fray check. Now, y'all are going to say to me, Meme, I just use a lighter. You do you. I do not like that. I have been burned. I have done it and my ribbon has not melted. It is caught on fire. And you see I'm doing this at the end of the project. That would be detrimental. You know what I'm saying? All right. I would also need to go inside and do those knots on the back because that'll just help them stay together really well. But this now, here's another trick. I don't know why I feel like I have to tell y'all everything. You probably all know this. If you get this fray check on your project, it will get your project wet. It will dry, but it will leave a little, it doesn't dry like art glitter glue. So be careful because if you get fray check on your paper, it's going to dry more like a glossy glue situation. Let me tie this one. And that is the outside portion of our quick project. Because the inside portion we did not do. That'll be easy. The inside is just covering, putting whatever you want inside of it. It'll be super cute. Look how cute those are. Okay. We got a little more new product. Well, not some of it's not new. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. Terrence had a question. I missed it.
Will that fit in the graduation folio? He asked that question earlier. I'm sorry, Terrence. I should have asked it, interrupted her earlier.
Will this fit in the graduation folio? I'm confused. Hold on. Ask me that in a different way. Are you asking me, can this be a graduation folio like we built the other graduation folio? Or are you asking if this would go inside it? I did not make that one thick enough for that. Flaming folder would happen, Karen. Trust me. Trust me. The big one with the cap that flips up. This would not fit inside of it, but it's because of this. Because I think that one's only quarter inch. I mean, not quarter inch, half inch. But you could turn this into it because it's just a gatefold. You just have to add a piece on the top. All right, let me show you a few more things we have in store for you guys tonight. How about these two? This is the trimmer no one needs, but you got to have. No one needs it. You just want it. Let me show you mine. Mine's already out and open. And also stuck in my little box here. This is the We Are. Some of you tell me the We Are is your favorite because of the grid. It's really easy to see here. So the We Are mini trimmer is back. This is the Craftreat Ergo bone folder. And do they call that a regular bone folder? Large and square Teflon bone folder. So large and square from Craftreat. These are virtually the same as your Dress My Craft. Your Dress My Craft might be a little bit taller, a tiny bit. The prices are different, so you might want to compare them. So this is a Craftreat one, but they're very, very similar. But you might want to compare the prices on them. You can see them in the store. You can see them in our store, our online store. If you're new here tonight,
be sure to subscribe.
Well,
join this community. Also, everything you've seen tonight can be purchased through our online craft store at www.maymaymadeit.com. Tamith has been posting links to most of the products that we've shown tonight, so you can click on any of those links and it'll take you directly to our website where you can order the stuff you want.
This is a two-piece set of these. So we have those in stock, the Craftreat ones. We've had these before. Y'all have gotten them before, and I've used them before. Love them. This is the, if you didn't pick up the ephemera to go with the Simple Vintage Autumn Breeze from Simple Stories, it is here. I know a lot of you guys picked that up. I was going to use it tonight, but we didn't have enough left. But this ephemera is precious. Look how cute this is. So if you picked up that Autumn Breeze paper, you want to make sure you get this. This is the white foam adhesive strips from Spellbinders back in stock. This is the 6x8 folio. It's back in stock. I have a video where we made this together a Christmas, 3 Christmases ago. Maybe it was in the old studio. I know I have a video doing this. And I want to say we did it for recipes. I don't remember what we did it for, but I remember doing this one. If you're not familiar with photo play folios, they're very similar to the Craftreat ones. I feel like if you need more written instruction, you're going to get it from the photo play ones. However, the Craftreat ones, like I showed you, have also got written instructions. I haven't shown you this one yet. It's new. Have also got written instructions, and they also have a video on their Craftreat YouTube channel to walk you through putting them together. So that's very, very convenient. This one I did not put together tonight. This one is called the Quick Folio Envelope Pocket, and it has a waterfall on one side and an envelope on the other, which is really, really cute. And you get the black one, the craft one, and the white one. You get 3 of them in here, and they end up being 4.5 by 6.5. So $15.48 for 3 folios. Isn't that great? All right, one more thing. This was in the box that didn't come in on Tuesday. This is the basic 6x6. We've had this one before. What I like about this one is if you want a simple base, if you want to put together a folio without having to think that you can decorate the pages, this is the one. You get two albums. You need to pay attention to that with the Craftreat products in our store. I was going to say most of them, and that could be right. A lot of them have multiples in them. They don't come with just one project, which I love. So there is that one. That's all the product. I do have a card to show from across the miles, but do you want to cover anything before I do that?
We need to talk about Craft-a-CROPolis, the in-person event.
Okay.
And we also you might want to mention again the online class with Dress My Craft. I think for that multiple times. The Craft-a-CROPolis event will be here in Clanton. It's October the 20th through the 24th. It will be a wonderful event. If you've never been able to attend one, it's probably one of the least expensive in-person events that we've done at $199. That includes your table. That includes the welcome dinner, right? It also includes a YouTube creator meet and greet. So you will get to meet a lot of YouTubers from our area that will be there that day. That's on Friday. There's also the Make It Go Round that will take place on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on which you select. If you've never done a Make It Go Round, it is so much fun. And I know you'll have a blast doing that. But that is October the 20th through the 24th. Cost is only $199. You can click on the link that Tamitha posted, or you can go to maymayevents.com to purchase that.
I want to encourage you to be sure you read when you click on the event to buy it. Before you do, scroll down here and click and read this, okay? There's a good bit of information you might want to know, because some of this may be a deal breaker for you. Like, it shouldn't be, but it could be. It's a very easy to access facility. We are accessible for everyone. The issue might be it's cold. If you don't like cold spaces, this is not for you. If you're having personal summers, you're going to love this place, okay? Because no one has a personal summer at Just Stay. They do not.
Not typically.
No. You just want to go, freezing. You just want to read through here and see the dates, how much it is, what's included. Here's the list of what all's included. Just make sure you read through. And we also do a theme for the days. So you can get that here. You can see all the little themes. And it goes pretty far down. Things not to miss out on, things that you'll do. Like,
there's also a list of things you can't bring.
Things you can't bring, stuff like that. So be sure to read that. Then on the Make It Go Round, we need to talk about this. Some people don't know what a Make It Go Round is, and I understand that because we haven't done one in years.
Yeah.
These Make It Go Rounds used to sell out within minutes when we did them, even our online ones. Because what this is basically a crafting marathon. You will make, in this event, you make 12 different little make and takes, okay? So you'll be with 6 different teachers who will do 2 projects with you during the event. I think it's 2.5 to 3 hours. We sit down, we make for 15 minutes, we pop up, we go to the next table, we make for 15 minutes. And all you do is come in and everything you need is ready for you at the table. You don't have to bring anything with you or anything. You just sit down and craft. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter. There's a lot of, like, Vinny MCs. He has a lot of fun doing that. Things like that.
I'm teaching too, aren't I?
You are teaching. Vinny's teaching. I want to say me, Shannon, Brenda, you, Rodney, and Missy. That's our teachers. That's our 6. And they're doing 2 each. You heard me say Rodney and Missy. So we had 2 gentlemen teaching this time, which is going to be a lot of fun. You have 2 different times to choose from. I want to show you that really quick. One is on Tuesday during Craft-a-CROPolis. One is on Wednesday during Craft-a-CROPolis. You do not have to be attending Craft-a-CROPolis to attend the Make It Go Rounds, but it will happen during the time of Craft-a-CROPolis. So if you're local and you just want to come in and do the Make It Go Round, come on in. You can pick one of the 2. All right, let's go back here. Let's talk about our online event. This is a big one, okay? Actually, no, I need to say something about Craft-a-CROPolis. As of Tuesday, we only had about 30 tables left, okay? I don't know if that's changed since Tuesday. I have not asked. I should have asked Shannon. I forgot to. But as of Tuesday, we had about 30 tables left. So you'll want to jump in if you want to come to Craft-a-CROPolis. Spintacular is our next event with Dress My Craft, okay? If you attended our Merry Mix It Up with Dress My Craft and you loved it, this is the same sort of thing with a different technique, a different interactive technique that they just created, that Dress My Craft just came out with. And Dress My Craft will be doing exactly like they did before, making you a kit that's going to have most of everything you need. You'll still need your Make It kit, which is your basics at your desk. They're going to have all that in the kit for you, and you're going to have a good time. And we were able to get it. We trimmed it down that much. What did we trim it down?
$20.
$20. We were able to trim it down $20. This event is going to be online. It's going to be November 3rd through the 6th. You will need a die cut machine. And I will tell you that based on the last event, you will be able to use one of those smaller die cut machines. You won't have to have a big one, just your small one if you've got that. You are getting 4 classes at this event versus 3 in the last event. And we will be doing 3 prep classes with 1 assembly. And I have your schedule for your layout. Do pay attention to the fact that we don't do the class at the same time every day. It changes up a little bit. On Monday, it's at 1:30. On Tuesday, it's at 1:30. On Wednesday, it's at 1:30. But when we do the final assembly on Thursday, it's at 10:30 a.m. because I won't be able to do a 1:30 because we have a live show at night. So we did mix that up a little bit. As of now, there's a good bit of seats left, but I will tell you they are selling pretty quick. We were able to add more this time than last time, so we do have more seats than before, but they were selling pretty quick. So be sure to grab your seats there. What else do we have to talk about? Was that it? I want to do this card. Let me get back to our layout. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me show y'all this. This card is so cute. Look, it says, "You are so wonderful." Isn't that cute? And on the inside, it says, "Dear Maymay and all the gang, thank you so much for your card ministry. I have recently been praying for purpose in my life since becoming disabled. It's so hard to find ways to give back. This is a fun way to provide smiles. Your videos are such a blessing. I feel like I'm spending time crafting with my friends. I took your advice and let the paper do the work with these cards. Much love from Beth McAllister." So Beth sent in some cards to the ministry. I think letting the paper do the work is a great way to do it. The papers we have are so beautiful. I will tell you this. I love her card bases. They're very slick. They feel very pretty. They feel like they have a little softness to them. I love that. So thank you so much for this card, Beth. And thank you for supporting our card ministry. We love that.
Absolutely.
How did I do that in an hour and a half?
You did good.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I like your background, babe. Shall we show it for folks that didn't get to see it?
I think it turned out really good.
Let's zoom you in. You want to do the run like I had to do? You want to do the little?
I mean, I can try.
You can scoot back and point.
About the Lord there. He's a light. Up here at the top, there's a couple of coffee cups sitting over there that you can't see.
Can you get it and show them? They'll want to see it. No, don't mess up my camera.
Yeah. See that right there in the corner?
There you go.
Well, I got to do my finger this way. That's me laughing at the can of biscuits when it exploded. And hey, there's some Jif peanut butter. And one of my friends in Colorado, Miss Julie, sent me that picture of that elk. You can't see real good. And that's someone sent me that. I don't remember who gave me that.
Was sent to you. It's on the back of it. It was sent to you years ago, and it's actually
it's like a paper collage type thing.
And it's like layered paper. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And there's my Titleist hat. There's the cross.
That's from Sheila and Don.
Yeah, the cross. That's right. And then that's a Vinny with a deer that someone gave me.
Years ago.
And then we have to remind you every week to Vinny the video. And if you hadn't done it yet, get after it. And there's a big V for Vinny.
Hold on to Big V.
Got to hold on to Big V. Hey, there's Big Al sitting on my shoulder. That's a picture of my boys right there. That's when James was a little bitty baby. Y'all can't see it because
that's when we met James.
And there's some golf balls. We love some golf balls. So there you go.
It will be changing a little bit. He's looking for some stuff he wants to put in there.
Yeah, I want to put some more golf stuff in there. But hey, I think it turned out pretty good.
Turned out cute. And I do. And Timothy said the elephant can go, but we kind of like the elephant. You can't really see
Big
him.
Al's got to hang around.
Oh, wait. Scoot and show him what Miss Carol got you. It's right behind your head, and you didn't. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Miss Carol got him that for singing at Mr. Jim's service.
Yep.
And I think that's so pretty.
The empty tomb.
It's perfect right there. All right.
So anyway, that's what it looks like. We've enjoyed it so far.
So you got to see it. And Maymay's face in the basket. Is my face in the basket over there?
Which basket?
I don't know. Where's my face over there? I wouldn't be surprised. My face shows up in a lot of places.
It's on that cup right there.
Mackie said, "Let's get it except for that elephant."
Mac, you know you love that elephant.
We don't have a bean in here yet. That's the things we're looking for. We want to get bean, something to represent bean that you can see. We have an ornament, but I have it up here with my weenie dogs, but you can't see it in the, I don't know if you can tell, but we did brown in the back of his shelves so that it would be more Vinny. Or we did craft back there, but we need a bean, something that represents bean, because I've got all the wings. The wings are covered.
And I do want to announce today that we're on the list for a companion bean.
We didn't we announce this Tuesday, or did
we may have.
What we said was we're expecting. Remember? We're expecting.
Yeah, we're expecting.
We're very excited. we could have a companion
in the next 2 months.
We could have one in the next 2 months, or it might be spring. We may have to wait.
Yep,
we don't
that's
know
right.
if we're in one of these 2 litters or if we have to be in the next litter. So we're excited. They did have a litter and they're so beautiful, but we're waiting to see. And we do know what we want to name her. If we think we want to name her, do you want to tell them what we want to name her? Look at those puppies. Oh my word.
Can y'all see them?
Look at those puppies. They're just little dots. They're so cute.
They were born yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't they cute?
We want to name her Birdie.
Yep, her name will be Birdie.
She's
whenever we get her.
We say that it will, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I thought I was gonna name Presley Clancy. Remember that? She's gonna be Clancy, but she was not a Clancy once we got her. So if Birdie's not a Birdie, y'all just don't get it monogrammed.
Yeah, don't send me nothing with Birdie on it just yet.
I'm not sure she's gonna be a Birdie because we like Birdie.
You know, Bean is 2, and she needs somebody to play with. She'll be 2 in December. She needs a playmate. She plays with Presley, but you know, Presley's little, and so we have to be real careful because I'm always afraid Bean's gonna hurt her just playing. So
we want Birdie because of she's a bird dog and golf. Like it's kind of us, Birdie. We thought Bean and Birdie would be cute. But we'll see. If she's not a Birdie, I can't do that. I can't put a name on something if it doesn't fit, especially
once she gets here, once we pick her out, we'll be able to decide.
We'll know. But I think she's super cute, or will be super cute.
We chose Bean because of her spots. They look like butter beans on her back. So
we'll see. I'm still not sure because I don't.
But them spots might look like a green. They're just brown, winter green.
They could.
Yeah. So anyway,
there's a lot of things you never know. So y'all, be excited.
Oh, y'all look at this one. I'm gonna show you this one. Probably, I don't guess it matters if I show you. Look at this one. How do I get it? There you go. It's still a pretty bad glare.
Go sideways?
Right there. Can y'all see her? This is the first one. It's a him. Yeah, it's a little boy. The first solid white one. But if you look real close, you can see those really light tan spots. And if you look at his ears, they're tan. Pretty rare. Pretty rare. Not very desirable when it comes to show dogs, but pretty rare. If it was a girl,
but very desirable to me. I like the little white with the caramel spots. I thought she was adorable, or he's adorable. If it was a girl, we'd be begging.
That's in her hand. So that tells you how tiny they are.
That's how tiny Bean was when she was born. She's so cute. One thing, and then we're going to pray and go. Listen to this. This morning, Vince and I were at home in our living room. We've done some change around the house, and we have a practice putting green, and it's downstairs normally in Vince's area. But now that I've turned that into my sewing area, we brought the putting green upstairs. Well, it took up the whole space. So this morning we decided to move the living room around and put that putting green in more of a central location.
Let me show that picture too.
I kind of don't, because it's a little embarrassing what my house looks like right now.
It ain't.
Yes, it is. It's embarrassing. But anyway, Bean does not like change. She can handle change. She just doesn't know how to handle change. So we brought Bean back in the house today. And after we'd moved everything around, do you see our putting green in the middle of our living room?
Yeah, it's priorities.
I'm not sad about it. That putting green is right in the middle of the living room. But Bean came back inside, and she was so cute.
She don't like change now.
It was funny because I realized 2 things. Number one, so we've trained Bean which couch is her couch. And so when we say to her couch, she gets on her couch. Well, when she came back in, I don't think she knew which one was her couch anymore because we'd shifted them, and she was in the middle kind of looking at both couches. So I went over and I said couch, and she jumped up there. She got on her couch. Then she got down and she was looking for her toy basket. They have like a bushel basket full of toys. And once she found it, she got a bone and she got on her couch. That's the 2 things she needed to know. Where's my couch and where's my bones? And she was so, so cute.
I wonder what Joe felt like when he walked upstairs today.
I can't wait. Well, he saw because I sent the picture of the kids.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Somebody said that's dedication. That's what my son said. He said dedication to the game. But also, I got to tell y'all, so he had to move my coffee table, but I got a plan. So my coffee table sits off the ground higher than a golf ball. My plan is we're going to put the coffee table in the middle of the green.
I ain't convinced about this yet.
And then it'll be like a putt-putt game. You know how you have to putt through the windmill?
Through the obstacles.
It'll be like that. I think it'll be funny.
That's right. It's a nice area rug.
It is a nice area, right? All right, babe, let's pray.
All right, let's pray, guys. Hey, God, thanks for the day. You never disappoint. I'm thankful for the time of fellowship that we shared tonight, for the really cool projects that May taught how to make tonight. I thank you for every person watching. I pray, God, your blessings on them, for them just making an effort to hang out with us every week. I'm so thankful for that. They'll never know how much they mean to us. And today we had visitors from Indiana, all over the country, that passed through Clanton, Alabama, to say hello. And I thank you for that too. Thank you for the love that we have for each person watching, and for the love they have for us. And I pray, God, your blessings on each and every one. And we'll give you all the honor and all the glory and all the praise for what you do, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Until next time, bye now.